Welcome to Medical Student Life in Japan, a podcast created by a teacher and a group of medical students at Nara Medical University.
Our members are Yuriko, a third-year medical student, Gento, Taiga, Taika, Koichi, and Misaki, all second-year medical students, Yuka, a second-year nursing student, Suguru and Koshiro, both first medical students, and our teacher, Michael.
We are a small medical college in the Kansai region of Japan. This podcast has two great purposes.
One is to share stories about being a medical student here in Japan.
And also for our students to share fun ideas, opinions, and information about Japanese culture to people all over the world.
Thanks a
Thanks
lot
a lot for listening.
Happy holidays from Medical Student Life in Japan. We've finally come to the end of 2021. It's been a pretty good year. We've definitely had some challenges, as many people have around the world, but we made it, and here we are at the end. In today's episode, I catch up with Koshiro and Suguru first-year students and talk about the year, their first year in medical school, and we talk a little bit about some traditions at the end of the year and to start the new year in Japan. Thank you so much for listening to us. We really appreciate it. As usual, please like the podcast, subscribe, share with friends, and feel free to contact us with comments. We'd love to hear from you. But most of all, thanks again for listening throughout the year. You're the ones who make this podcast experience special, and the students have told me over and over again how motivating it is to have people from all different walks of life, many different countries, in different places, listening to us. And so thanks again. We hope you have a very good holiday season, and Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Welcome back to Medical Student Life in Japan. We have come to the end of the year 2021. It's kind of hard to believe. It's been a challenging year again, but we've made it. And today we're fortunate to have two wonderful first-year medical students, Koshiro and Suguru. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good.
Good?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Good.
Well, you're also good. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. And this will be our last meeting for this year, 2021. And so I thought it would be nice to reflect on your first year of medical college and also your experience in making this a podcast. So let me ask you a few questions and have a great conversation to finish up the school year. So let's start with Suguru. Suguru, what did you enjoy most about this year?
Yeah, I enjoyed this year my new university life. So I had some problems with COVID-19, but I really enjoyed talking and playing with my new friends at the university.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because in 2021, it could be difficult to be a first-year student again because of the pandemic, as you mentioned. Lots of online classes and some face-to-face classes, but everyone's wearing masks, and we try to separate the students. So I'm glad to hear you made some friends. Can you tell us a little bit more? How did you make friends in your first year with all of these challenges?
Yeah, mainly we made new friends in the face-to-face class and near my seat, for example, next to me or in front of me.
I see.
Yeah, and such people introduce me another friends. Yeah.
That's great to hear. For example, maybe Koshiro.
Yeah, yes. Koshiro is next to me.
Yeah. So, well, that's great. And I'm glad to hear that you're able to make friends because again, it's a difficult year and that's a really important part of college life, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe even more important than study sometimes. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's good to hear. Koshiro, how about you? What is your most enjoyable experience from this year?
I also enjoy the school life with my friends. Yeah. So my friends are all in medical school, so
Mm.
everyone have experienced same exam.
Yes.
So yeah, when we first talked with them, we could talk about such same experience, so we could become friend very easily.
Mm.
So yeah, we mostly had online class because of
Yeah.
COVID-19, but I didn't feel difficulty making friends.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I as a teacher, I was really worried for the first year students, both last year and this year, because of this situation. And I remember from my time in college how important it was to make friends, in that first year. Um, Sometimes those friends you make that first year will be your friends throughout college and maybe your lifetime. So I'm glad to hear you were able to make friends, even though it was difficult. And that's a great start to your medical school life. Okay, let's move on to a next question. Suguru, what was your biggest achievement in 2021?
Yeah. My biggest achievement this year is English. Yeah, I am now able to talk to people in English without hesitation. So this is a great asset for me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that since this is an English course. Um,
Yeah.
I'm very glad to hear that. So, is this quite different than your high school days?
Yeah. When I was high school, I only studied for papers English test.
I see.
Yeah, so we learned about grammars or words. We can understand that, but we can't speak, not at
Hmm.
all. Yeah. So, but English is a language, so yeah, speaking is most important thing.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you're in medical college, so yes, um, reading and writing are very important for research and study.
Yeah.
But I agree, it is a language, and communication is really important. And I'm very happy to hear that you have enjoyed that part of the year.
Yeah.
And as I would repeat, I can see a lot of progress from when you first joined the class back in the spring until now. And you were maybe a little bit more shy in the beginning, but I have noticed a great amount of progress in your interviews and in our other English class as well. So I'm very glad to hear that. Koshiro, how about you? What was your biggest achievement in 2021?
My biggest achievement was entering NMU.
Great.
Yes. I failed entrance exam last year, and I also take exam for NMU, but I failed
Mhm.
that time, and I felt despair, and I
Mm.
couldn't imagine that I become a college student. So when I knew that I passed NMU, I was very happy.
Yeah, I see. Okay,
And
great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, it's to enter medical college anywhere in the world is difficult, and the entrance exams in Japan are difficult. For all universities, it's a big challenge, but especially medical college. But I would say, um, sometimes failing is an important part of life. This is coming from someone who's gone through those steps before, and although you felt maybe disappointed last year that you didn't get accepted, you overcame that challenge. You didn't give up, which is great. You studied harder, you prepared yourself, and you've entered medical school this year. And you're, at least as far as English goes, I don't know well about your other subjects, but your effort is great. You study hard, and you've had great success. And I'm very confident that you're going to keep doing well and passing all your years, and then make your dream come true to be a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's great. Okay, let's go to the next one. We may have touched on this a little bit, but Suguru, what
Yeah.
were some of the challenges for you in 2021?
My life has been disrupted by online classes and face-to-face classes because of COVID-19. So I get a little frustrated
Yeah.
when I can't have a regular life.
I understand.
Um,
Yeah.
So in the face-to-face week, I have to wake up so early,
Oh yeah.
before 6. So I'm tired. But in the online week, I can sleep maybe at 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been difficult because it's the schedule has been some online weeks, then suddenly face to face, then
Yeah.
back to online. It's hard to get a regular life rhythm, regular habit. I agree. So it's been hard for students and teachers alike to do that, because having to wake up so early to come. However, when you do come to the university, you get to see your friends. So that's a nice feeling. On the other hand,
Yeah.
you got to get up early, and some of you have a very long commute. So yeah, I understand. That's been hard. Koshiro, how about you? What are some of the challenges you faced this year?
My challenges was to lose my weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So during entrance exam, I didn't do any exercise. So
Yeah,
I gained weight for about like 10 kilograms.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so I tried hard to lose my weight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very stressful to be studying. As we just said, it's very hard to pass the entrance exam, so it's very stressful. But you also have to study like every day, right? Yeah. It's kind of famous in Japan when a student is preparing for the entrance exam that they don't go out with friends. Sometimes they don't see their relatives, like their grandparents. They only focus on study to pass the exam. And I think with the stress and maybe you said lack of time to exercise, it's easy to maybe gain some weight. But I do know, and maybe our listeners know if they've been listening, Koshiro is very much into muscle training, and now he's in tip-top shape. And so that's great to hear. So you passed the entrance exam, you're in medical school, and you've been doing some great training to improve your shape.
Yeah. I think I could lose for about like 8 kilograms.
Wow,
so
that's great.
I success.
I think so too. Yeah. But you have to know, Koshiro, muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you lost 8 kilograms, but maybe you got a lot more muscle now too. So you don't need to lose anymore. Maybe you need to gain, maybe even gain some more.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right, let's move on. Let's go focus a little bit on our podcast and our podcast class more specifically. Suguru, what did you enjoy most about doing the podcast class this year?
Yeah, I enjoyed the excitement of having people from all over the world listening to our podcast. So I enjoyed the thrill of knowing that people from all over the world were listening to our podcast because I felt connected to the world through English.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's one of our biggest goals with doing the podcast is to connect. And very luckily, we've had these listeners from so many different countries. And I always thought this would be motivating for the students. So I'm very happy to hear that you've enjoyed that. That's great. Koshiro, how about you? What did you enjoy most about doing the podcast class this year?
I enjoyed the most talking with podcast members.
Great. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Making, you talked earlier about making new friends. The cool thing about this particular class is we've had a mixture of students, first, second, and third year medical students, plus second year nursing students. So quite a variety of people with different backgrounds and different levels of study. And I agree with you, Koshiro. That's always been my favorite part is listening to you have conversations in English very successfully and making friends that way. That's great. Okay, how about we've done several conversations over the last year, and we've created quite a few episodes on different topics. What was your favorite topic that you talked about, or what was your favorite episode that we created? Suguru.
Yeah, my most favorite topic is meeting with medical students in Taiwan. So they are senior medical student, and it was interesting to hear about the similarities and differences between Japan and Taiwan.
Yeah, that was it's been really great that we were able to connect with some students and have those great interviews. I actually enjoyed that maybe the most as well, to see the two of you, and of course again to also interview students from another country. It's just amazing. It's been really incredible. Koshiro, how about you?
I like talking about club activities.
Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't start club activities until November. So, and I was looking forward to joining club activity very much before entering NMU.
Yeah.
So I felt like I'm talking about dream. So it was fun for me to talk about.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, just talking about things, we start to imagine the possibilities. Just when I hear your answer earlier, even about not passing the entrance exam and then passing it, and I can start to imagine your future as a doctor, and that's exciting to hear. So I can imagine, making friends is an important part of college life, and club activities in Japan are one of those ways to make friends. And so it's been quite unfortunate that club activities had been postponed until November. So yeah, it's been fun to talk about them, and finally you can start to join some of them as well. Great. For me, yeah, as Suguru said, the interviews were really great. I really enjoyed some of the lighter topics. For example, the snack taste testing. And the reason I like that is, each student went to pick something, and maybe it kind of shows their personality a little bit or their interest. And it's such a light topic that I think anyone in the world can relate to. So I really enjoy those type of topics. There's been several of those, but that was one of the funnest ones. Okay, so as we said, we're at the end of the year. We're finishing it up, and maybe it's time to look forward to the beginning of 2022. So let's finish up with asking you about your winter vacation. We should be finishing up classes this week. on the 24th, which is a Christmas Eve. And then you'll have a little bit of time off for a break and the New Year's holidays. So, Suguru, do you have any plan during the winter break or for your New Year's holiday?
Yeah. Actually, December 29th is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So
How old are you going to be?
20.
20. Oh, that's a big one in Japan.
Yeah.
Then you're officially an adult.
Yeah, we can drink.
Yep. Okay. Do you have plans for your birthday?
I haven't decided yet, but my family will celebrate us.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I hope Koshiro give me a wonderful present.
I hope Koshiro gives you a wonderful present too. I'm sure he will, because you guys are good buddies. So I'm sure he'll get you maybe the best present.
Okay, I will think about it.
Just think about it, Koshiro. That's all. Just think about it. Okay, Koshiro, how about you? Do you have any plans for winter break besides celebrating Suguru's birthday?
Yes. I'll have turkey with Suguru and other friends on Christmas Eve.
Oh, really?
We go to karaoke and I think we will stay up all night.
Stay up all night. Oh, okay. You're going to karaoke and you're going to stay up all night on Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Wow. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think we will trade some present with each other.
I see. Oh, that's good. Like a Secret Santa type of thing, or?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh, sounds like a good time. Yeah, I think I'm past those days of staying up all night in karaoke, but I'm sure you guys will have a good time. How about New Year's holiday? Do you have any plan for the actual New Year's holiday, Suguru?
Yeah. Annually, my relatives come together. Yeah, and we eat osechi. In Japanese, osechi.
What is osechi?
Osechi is
If you had to describe it in English.
Yeah, Japanese traditional cuisine. We eat January 1st.
Can you give some examples of foods you might have?
Food, yeah. For example, chestnut.
Chestnuts?
Chestnut. So all food has a meaning. And chestnuts means we can earn money.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the more chestnuts you eat, the more money you can earn?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Then I'll eat some at New Year's too. Now, Suguru, I know you like cooking. Will you be helping to cook the osechi foods?
No. I don't. Yeah. Because very difficult to correct the ingredients.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Oh. Yeah, I think you have to have a very high level of cooking to do the osechi foods, but maybe in the future. Koshiro, how about you? Do you have any plans for the New Year's holiday?
I think I will go to shrine with my family.
Okay. Is there a specific shrine that you go to?
Yes, near my house. I have a shrine and I go there so from maybe 1 year old or.
Oh, wow. And
so
what do you do at the shrine? Like, what is the purpose of going to the shrine at New Year's?
We pray for the year's health or some kind of wish.
I see. That's good. Do you believe in that?
I don't believe so much, but
a little bit.
Yeah, but if there's something like kind of God, then maybe maybe they will do something to me, so I I will pray to
I
them.
see. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think it's a good thing. I like to go to the shrine on New Year's. I think that's a cool custom in Japan. It's kind of like gets you in a good positive mindset for the new year to
Mm.
go there and you pray for kind of a good fortune for the next year. So I think it's a good thing, and it's kind of a nice atmosphere. Usually, it's kind of quiet and nice at the shrine. So I agree. I think it's a good thing, and it can't hurt you to do it. So yeah. So okay, guys, let's finish up our chat here, and enjoy the rest of your 2021. Have a great time at your karaoke all night party.
Yeah.
And Suguru, happy birthday to you. I'm sure you're going to get a wonderful present from Koshiro. And good luck in your exams coming up in the new year. I'm sure you'll have to study a little bit during the winter break, unfortunately. So have a great end of the year. And I look forward to seeing you at NMU in 2022.
Yeah.
As you say in Japanese, yo-yo toshio.
Mm.
いやいやでしょう。
良い年を。
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
See you next time.